actions from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. This defense for the Jags, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Ryan going to give this to Davis. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Play action for Davis. Now Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Now Ryan on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Russell Gage, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder, because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Hey, Charlie!
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back to the ground with ETN. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On second down, Davis. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Now it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 23. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On second down, a run with ETN. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Gostkowski with the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but they just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Looking downfield for Jones.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Again, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Here's Davis to run again on 2nd.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They go play action with Ryan. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's got it complete, Mike Davis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Davis running left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
On first and 10, it's Ryan.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
On second and 10, Ryan to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Here's Ryan to throw. Dancing to his left. Uncorks one for Davis.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Here's second and 10.
Now Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So not the strongest of kicks we've seen him make, but he gets a favorable bounce, and it's 3 points all the same.
Yeah, that was one of those where he needed the 6-iron, but he pulled out the 9-iron. That one was run out again. Quickly, but he does manage to pop it over the bar.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and a yard, Lawrence flush to his right, toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
You look at me, zipper. Hey, exit.
Mike 54. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. That catch good for only a couple. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Arnold. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. To return, here's Agnew. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Watch who draw corkers. Hey, orbit. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Jaguars! And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Gostkowski for the point after. He's got it, and it's 24-17. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Looking left side, and it's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Here's Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
On play action, Lawrence. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
To throw again on second down, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown, baby, let's go.
Russell Gage with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. To return, here's Agnew.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Play action. It's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Toss left side for ETN. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Bravo.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. No doubt they were hoping for 7 points out of this drive, CD. The good news, they could at least salvage 3 because that ball went bounce. Out of bounds.
Yeah, how about the bounce that they got? They kept them in field goal range. You're exactly right. They get a chance to get 3 points out of it and not cost themselves.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons' offense at the line. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, Ryan. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Gostkowski the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 27.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On third down, Ryan. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. On first down, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Ryan on first down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
From the third team now, they work on first and 10. Handoff, running left is Davis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco. And the Jags are right back in this football game.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Marvin Jones. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a case of improper form from a tackling perspective, because when you get ready to go up against a back like this, everyone has to be able to understand you've got to be able to slow him down and let the cavalry come to the rescue. They were nowhere to be found that time, though, and this winds up being a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Go, go, go. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch the go. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to play on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's Davis. He'll try and run some clock. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Lawrence to Chenault for a Jaguar first. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. And this one is right down Broadway. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Atlanta, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.